And hello and good afternoon, and welcome to a Saturday of college football on my live stream page here on YouTube and also on Kick today. First of all, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John here on YouTube, and also on Kick today at Sports Kick John. We'll be bringing you an FCS matchup here: Southeast Missouri State and North Dakota State. North Dakota State, the defending FCS national champion. Southeast Missouri State, also an FCS playoff team from a season ago. The first of two college football live streams today on my channel. Before we begin any live stream on this page, I do always start with a prayer. Let's do that right now. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for watching over us, Lord, and please protect everybody involved both on the field and keep everybody safe in the stands as well, Lord. And please just look over all of us right now in this country, Lord, as we need you over us right now. Please look over us and keep us all safe, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Southeast Missouri State, North Dakota State. This is the home opener for North Dakota State. They come in 2-0, coming off very decisive wins over the Citadel and Tennessee State in their first two games. Southeast Missouri State coming in with a 1-1 record, falling at Arkansas State in their opener, victorious over North Alabama last week. So they come in with a 1-1 record. I mentioned both these teams were playoff teams a season ago. Southeast Missouri State out in round one as they fell to Illinois State. North Dakota State, of course, the defending FCS national champion. Seems like we've been saying that quite a while over the past decade, and they look like nothing's going to change this year if their first two games are any indication. This is a North Dakota State defense that has only given up a total of 3 points in their first two games, outscoring the Citadel and Tennessee State 97-3 in their first two games of the season. This is their home opener at the Fargo Dome. And Southeast Missouri State, as I mentioned, losing to Arkansas State in the opening week of the season before winning at home against North Alabama last week. So we are just about set to go in Fargo between the Redhawks and the Bison. We will update you on the college football scoreboard as the day goes on. Coach Tim Polasic on the North Dakota State sideline, getting pumped there on the sideline. Southeast Missouri State's going to kick off, so we will see this North Dakota State offense get the football first. Gate City Bank Field at the Fargo Dome. And we are underway. And this will go through the end zone for a touchback. And the Bison will start first down at the 25-yard line. North Dakota State, of course, ranked number 1 in the FCS poll. Southeast Missouri State did receive votes this week. This is in the Stats Perform FCS poll. So here comes this North Dakota State offense. Quarterback Cole Payton leading out the Bison. First down at the 25-yard line, opening drive of the game for North Dakota State. Payton fakes the handoff, now will roll left. Payton has an open receiver. This will be first down yardage across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. That's an 18-yard pickup on first down from Payton. And receiving that reception from Payton was the tight end Finn Diggins on the reception for North Dakota State in a first down. 18-yard pickup. So first down for the Bison from the 43. Fake the handoff again, and now nowhere to go. This time is Payton. And somehow able to pick up about 4 yards on that play, where it looked like he was sure going to be sacked in the backfield, but Payton rolls his way out and ends up picking up about 4 yards on first down. Couple missed tackles in there by the Redhawk defense. So it'll be second down and about 6 for the Bison. Great moves there by the quarterback, Peyton. Second down and about 6.5. Peyton out of the shotgun. Peyton takes the snap. Peyton looks downfield, has a receiver again. That's going to be close to first down yardage for the Bison this time. And depending on where they spot this, it's either going to be a first down or third and very short. That was the wide receiver, Logan Conklin, on the reception, and it looks like they're going to give the Bison a first down. Opening drive of the game, and on 3 plays, North Dakota State's marched it onto the Southeast Missouri State side of the field at the 46-yard line. Peyton once again in the shotgun. Peyton takes the snap, and now this is the first run of the game, and it's a good one. Across the 40, 30-yard line, 20, and finally brought down at the 15-yard line. 31 yards on that run for the Bison. And it was Capinu on the running play there, the senior out of West Fargo, North Dakota, picking up 31 yards. Into the red zone are the Bison, first down at the 15. Peyton rolls left, throws, end zone, and that's a North Dakota State touchdown. Peyton in the end zone finds his wide receiver, Raja Nelson, for a 15-yard touchdown, and very quickly, North Dakota State strikes first. It's 6-0. So that only took 2 minutes, 45 seconds in this first quarter. This is Eli Ozick on to try to add the extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 12:15 to play in the opening quarter, the Bison march right down the field and finish off a 75-yard touchdown drive with a 15-yard touchdown pass from Cole Peyton to Raja Nelson, and the Bison lead 7-0. As that was a 5-play, 75-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock. So now we will see the Southeast Missouri State offense come out for the first time in this football game. Let's run down the during this break, let's run down the top 10 in the FCS poll this week. Of course, this North Dakota State team coming in at number 1, South Dakota State coming in at number 2. What a game they had last week at Montana State. Tarleton State moved up 2 spots this week, up to number 3. Montana State dropped to 4, dropped 1 spot. They're off to an 0-2 start after a championship game appearance last year. Montana breaks into the top 5. Rhode Island jumps 3 spots this week from 9 to 6. Illinois State at number 7. Idaho jumps 2 spots to number 8. UC Davis at number 9. And Lehigh cracks the top 10 this week. Got your top 10 in the FCS poll this week. We will update you on some scores with those teams as this game goes on. But right now, North Dakota State set to kick off. And this kickoff will be through the end zone, and Southeast Missouri State will start from the 25-yard line. So we will see this Southeast Missouri State offense for the first time in this game, already trailing 7-0. As they are led by quarterback Jax Leatherwood, junior out of San Diego. And the Redhawks will start 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Leatherwood out of the shotgun. He calls and gives it off to his running back, who's going to go nowhere on first down. The Bison defense right there. That was Cole Rubel that got the carry. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Southeast Missouri. Second down and 10, Southeast Missouri State. You gave them a yard on that, so 2nd and 9 at the 26 for the Redhawks. Leatherwood to throw for the first time and gets the pass off, incomplete. Leatherwood was pressured and just had to get rid of it there. Tried to get it to Rubel, but it's incomplete. And now 3rd down for the Redhawks. So Southeast Missouri State just saw North Dakota State go down and march it right down the field on their opening drive. And Southeast Missouri State does not want to go 3 and out on the opening series offensively. But that's what they're in danger of doing unless they can convert this 3rd and 9. Leatherwood has a lot of room to run, and he's going to be short of the first down by a yard, it appears. As Leatherwood had a lot of room to run there, picks up 8 on 3rd and 9. And now what do you do if you're the Redhawks? Do you roll the dice early and try and pick up this yard on 4th and 1? Looks like the offense is still out there. Leatherwood keeps it. And on the it's going to be close. Depends on where they spot it. It's right at the 35, looks like, where they're going to spot it, and that will be a first down for the Redhawks. So the Redhawks do roll the dice on 4th and 1 at their own 34, but Leatherwood able to pick it up with the 1-yard run, and the drive continues. From the 35-yard line, first down for the Redhawks. Leatherwood takes the pass, throws wide open man, and this is going to be a 65-yard touchdown strike. Leatherwood found a wide open receiver, Calvin Gilbert, and Gilbert takes it the distance. There is a flag on the play. This might be after the play. That pass from Leatherwood right on the dot to Calvin Gilbert, but we'll see what this flag is. Officials getting together here. And we're going to get the call right now. They have picked up the flag, so no penalty. And this is a 65-yard touchdown, and the Redhawks an extra point away from tying this game. So how about that answer for Southeast Missouri State off the North Dakota State touchdown? Justin Keller on to add the extra point. And the kick is up and good. And this game is tied at 7 with 10:37 to play in the opening quarter. Bison marched 75 yards down the field on 5 plays on their first drive. The Redhawks answer with a 5-play, 75-yard drive and a 65-yard touchdown pass from Leatherwood to Gilbert ties this game 7-7. So we might be in for a shootout in this one today, if this first drive on both sides is any indication. Let's run down the rest of that FCS poll. Told you the top 10. Villanova coming in at number 11 this week. South Dakota off to an 0-2 start. They dropped 8 spots this week to 12. Abilene Christian coming in at number 13. Incarnate Word coming in at 14. Tennessee Tech at 15. Another Missouri Valley Conference team, North Dakota at 16. Southern Illinois, another Missouri Valley team, coming in at 17. Northern Arizona at 18. Jackson State at number 19. Monmouth coming in at number 20. So in the top 20 in the FCS poll, we see 6 Missouri Valley Conference teams in there. Sacramento State comes in at number 21, and then 4 teams crack the poll for the first time this week. Austin Peay enters at number 22. New Hampshire enters at number 23. Lamar at number 24, and West Georgia, number 25. They just moved up to FCS a couple years ago. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time since moving up to FCS that West Georgia has cracked the top 25 in the FCS poll. I mentioned this Southeast Missouri State team is receiving votes in the poll this week. They would come in at number 29 as they received 86 top 25 votes this week. So we are 7-7 here. We will run down some of the scores involving these top 25 FCS teams coming up throughout the live stream. But we are just about set for the kickoff as both teams a touchdown on their opening drive. Southeast Missouri State set to kick this away as the Bison about to get their second offensive series. Here's the kickoff. And this will be another touchback. So the Bison will get it once again from the 25-yard line. It's a North Dakota State team that has just dominated FCS for the past decade. And number one once again this year. This is the first, that Southeast Missouri State touchdown was the first touchdown allowed by the North Dakota State defense all season. They'd only given up 3 points total their first two games of the year. Here's the Bison, 1st and 10 at the 25. Peyton looking. Peyton has a man. Pass is complete up to about the 30-yard line. Reception that time by Raja Nelson. And a gain of about 5 on first down. Second down, Bison. Football at the 29-yard line. Peyton takes the snap. And this is a handoff that's going backwards on second down. The Southeast Missouri State defense right there. And Nelson goes backwards, a loss of 2 yards on that carry, and it'll be 3rd and long for the Bison. Third down and 8. North Dakota State at their own 27-yard line, 5.5 minutes into this first quarter. Peyton out of the gun once again, takes the snap. Peyton looking downfield, still has a bunch of time, throws incomplete. Great coverage there on 3rd and 8. Coverage applied by Justice Johnson. The 6'1 senior out of St. Louis, the transfer out from Murray State that made that play defensively for Southeast Missouri State. And the Bison will have to punt this football. And here's the punt. A fair catch called and made around the 25-yard line. Cam Robinson with the fair catch for Southeast Missouri State. So they're going to get the football back after holding North Dakota State to a 3-and-out on their second offensive series. And we are in a 7-7 deadlock, 9:11 to play in the first quarter. So run down some scores from those FCS top 10 teams. Of course, we got number 1, North Dakota State here. Number 2, South Dakota State's going to be in action later at home against Drake. Tarleton State, the number 3 team in FCS, they'll be in action later at Central Arkansas. Montana State, fresh off that FCS championship game appearance, but off to an 0-2 start this year, but they do lead San Diego today 10-0. That game's got a little over 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Number 5, Montana. This is a big matchup in FCS today. Number 5, Montana hosting number 16, North Dakota. And North Dakota leading Montana 13-7. That game's at the end of the first quarter. Number 6 team in the FCS poll, Rhode Island, they trail at the half at Holy Cross, 7-6. Number 7, Illinois State, a rivalry game against Eastern Illinois, and Illinois State leads that game 14-7. That game just underway in the second quarter. Number 8, Idaho, they'll be in action coming up here in just about 10 minutes. They'll kick off at home against Utah Tech. Number 9 team in FCS, UC Davis, they're idle this week. And number 10, cracking the top 10 this week, Lehigh. That's gone final. Number 10, Lehigh, has won at Duquesne 35-21. So that will move Lehigh to 3-0 to open the season. And here it is 7-7, Redhawks and Bison. Redhawks will get it for the second time, 8:57 to play in the first quarter. From their own 25-yard line. Leatherwood takes the snap. Leatherwood throwing, pass is caught over the middle across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard gain on first down. Reception for Southeast Missouri State for the wide receiver Donnie Cheers, his first catch of the game. Junior out of Marion, Arkansas. Second down and 4. Redhawks at their own 31. And this is a handoff on second down that's going to be nothing doing on second down here. Good stop by the North Dakota State defense. Carry there for Peyton Brown, but he was stopped for no gain. 3rd and 4 coming for the Redhawks. So the Redhawks held the Bison to 3 and out last drive. Can the Bison defense do the same? Redhawks need to get to the 35 for a first down. As we are nearly at the 8-minute mark to play in the first quarter. On 3rd and 4, a fake hand, and the pass incomplete. Leatherwood faked the handoff and then rolled to his right, and he threw it off the hands of his tight end, Jamari Chisholm, and that will be a 3 and out for Southeast Missouri State. So good job by both defenses to answer after both offenses scored a touchdown on their opening drive. And we'll see our first punt of the game for the Redhawks. And here's the punt. A good punt. Fair catch back at the 21-yard line. 48 yards on the punt. It's a fair catch made there by Jackson Williams. And the Bison will be backed up at their own 21 for their 3rd offensive series of this game. 7-7 tie. 7:52 to go in the quarter. First down, Bison. Football at the 21-yard line. And this will be a handoff on first down, and it'll be about a 4-yard pickup on first down. Looked like Capinu with that carry. Second down and 6 from the 25. Peyton out of the gun. Peyton takes the snap. Peyton throws a screen pass. And this screen pass down to the 30, 40. Look out, down the sideline. 50, 40, 30, 20, and he's gone. 75 yards, touchdown, Bison. A Peyton screen pass for 75 yards to the wide receiver, Bryce Lance. And the Bison in the end zone for the second time, and it's 13-7 with the extra point pending. There was a broken tackle and then about 2 missed tackles in there, and then Lance was off to the races. Eli Ozick on to add the extra point for the Bison. And it is good. And North Dakota State leads at 14-7 with 7:06 to play in the first quarter. 2 plays, 79 yards. Peyton to Lance, 75 yards on the screen pass. It's 14-7 North Dakota State. Let's run down some college football scores from the FBS level, a game I was watching just before coming on here for the live stream. Georgia Tech knocking off number 12 Clemson on a 55-yard field goal at the gun in that game, 24-21. Georgia Tech defeated Clemson. Other finals, number 4 Oregon wins at Northwestern, 34-14. Number 13 Oklahoma, no problems today at Temple, 42-3. Number 19 Alabama cruises past Wisconsin, 38-14. Number 23 Michigan, all over their state rival Central Michigan, 63-3. Number 24 Auburn, 31-15 over South Alabama. Games in progress. Number 25, Missouri, all over Louisiana, 52-10, that game in the fourth quarter. Number 2, Penn State, off to a 7-0 lead over Villanova. Game everybody's been talking about in the afternoon window. Number 6, Georgia. Number 15, Tennessee. That game is tied at 7, just 5 minutes in. Number 21, Texas Tech and Oregon State. They're in a weather delay there. USC and Purdue and West Lafayette, that game also in a weather delay. I'm here in Indiana, and we have had some weather go through here today. North Carolina off to a 10-0 lead over Richmond. Youngstown State, another Missouri Valley Football Conference school, they're on the road. They lead early at Michigan State, 3-0. So we do have some weather affecting some college football games today. But here it is 14-7 for the Bison with 7:06 to play in the first quarter. Gates City Bank Field at the Fargo Dome. 2-0 North Dakota State Bison, 1-1 Southeast Missouri State Redhawks. Next week, the Redhawks have a rivalry game with Southern Illinois to wrap up their non-conference schedule. And here's the kickoff. And taken at the 6, this one will be returned across the 15, 20-yard line and down at the 22-yard line. And that's where the Redhawks will start this next drive. Mentioned Southeast Missouri State has a rivalry game with Southern Illinois coming up next week. That'll be their last non-conference game. North Dakota State starts conference play in 2 weeks. They are idle next week. They will be opening Missouri Valley play in 2 weeks against South Dakota. One of the Dakota showdowns. So here the Redhawks start at the 22-yard line. 23-yard line officially. First down and 10. And here's a handoff up the middle. Gain of about 3 on first down. Getting the carry there for the Redhawks was Brandon Epton Jr. Second down, 7. Here's another run on second down and popped for a 1-yard loss behind the line. It was right back to Epton. See who that was that delivered the blow defensively for North Dakota State. It was Donovan Woolen, the 6'4" sophomore linebacker out of Frisco, Texas. for a loss of 1. 3rd down and 8. Redhawks at the 25-yard line. Under 6 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Leatherwood in trouble and is sacked. They were bringing the blitz, was North Dakota State. And it's another 3 and out for the Redhawks. I think that was Woolen again. It was Donovan Woolen getting to Leatherwood for the sack. And the Redhawks will have to punt this football. So North Dakota State should get pretty good field position out of this, as Southeast Missouri State will be punting this football. Punter's inside his 10-yard line, and that's a shank. That is a shank of a punt. That football is going to be on Southeast Missouri State's side of the field. Let's see where they spot this football. North Dakota State will be starting on Southeast Missouri State's side of the field. Let's see where they officially spot this. Haven't seen where the official spot is. Nonetheless, it's going to be a short field for the Bison. 48-yard line of the Redhawks is where this ball is spotted. So a 1st down for the Bison. On 1st down, here's a handoff. And this is another big gainer. 1st down carry across the 40 to the 36-yard line. Gain of 12. Capinu again with the carry that time. First down, Bison at the 36 of the Redhawks. 4.5 to go, first quarter. And it goes right back to Capinu again, and he will pick up about 3.5 more, maybe 4. So Capinu going to get a breather as he heads to the sideline. That's 49 yards on 4 carries for Capinu, as they give him 3 on this one. Second down, 7, North Dakota State at the Southeast Missouri State 34. Out of the gun is Peyton. This time he'll hand off to his backup running back, which will be good for a couple of yards. That was number 7, DJ Scott, getting the carry that time. Sophomore transfer out of Kennesaw State. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Bison are nearing the 200-yard mark here in the first quarter, and we still have a little over 3 minutes left in it. Bison need to get to the 27 for a 1st down. Peyton looking to throw, fires, and incomplete. It hit his receiver, Bryce Lance, but Lance couldn't hold on. Lance caught that 75-yard screen pass for a touchdown on the previous drive. Unable to hang on this time, though, and it'll be 4th down and a field goal try upcoming. Eli Ozick coming on to try the field goal, which is going to be right at 50 yards to extend the lead to 10. Snap, the kick is away, and the kick is no good. It's wide right. So it stays 14-7 with 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. So a break there for the Redhawks as North Dakota State comes up empty on this offensive drive. And the Redhawks will start this next drive from the 32. 2:52 to go in the first quarter, 14-7 lead for North Dakota State. Leatherwood takes the snap. Leatherwood has room to run right side, and Leatherwood slides down after a gain of 1 yard. That waited too long to develop. Leatherwood had a lot of room to run, but by the time he realized it, his time ran out and was only able to pick up a yard. Second down for the Redhawks. Leatherwood takes the snap again. Leatherwood bringing the blitz again, and Leatherwood able to get rid of it, but incomplete. Underthrew his intended receiver that time as the blitz was coming again. Leatherwood had to get rid of it. Cam Pedro, the intended receiver for the Redhawks, and it'll be third down. Third down, 10, Redhawks. Football at the 32. Leatherwood takes the shotgun snap. Leatherwood pressured again and just had to get rid of it. Incomplete. Again, the blitz came. And it'll be another 3 and out for the Redhawks. That was Logan Larson that got to Leatherwood that forced Leatherwood to have to throw that football earlier than he wanted to. And here's the punt. And that was a little better punt this time as he was heading toward the sidelines. It bounces out of bounds. They're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line. 33-yard punt this time. Out of Ryan Kingston, and the Bison with 2:03 remaining in the first quarter will start this offensive series at their own 35. So still pretty good starting field position. First down, Bison at the 35. First time today we've seen Peyton go under center. And Peyton fakes the handoff. Peyton throwing deep down the field. Has a man, and it's caught. Around the 30-yard line and out of bounds. Reception made by Bryce Lance. Pass goes for 34 yards. So that is 2 catches, 109 yards for Bryce Lance. As we're down to the final 100 seconds of the first quarter. First down at the Redhawks 31 for the Bison. Peyton looking to throw again, and now we'll run it, and he'll get a yard at best. Nothing doing downfield that time, so he just got what he could with his legs, and it was a 1-yard pickup. For Peyton, it'll be 2nd and 9. Second and 9, Bison, football at the Redhawks 30. As we have hit the final minute of quarter number 1. 2nd and 9, Bison at the 30 of the Redhawks. Fake handoff again. Pass complete. Flag comes in at the reception at the 24-yard line. We will check the flag. Reception made by Jackson Williams. And it's going to be a offensive pass interference against the Bison. Tim Polasic, head coach of the Bison, having a discussion with the officials on that one. Not too pleased with that offensive pass interference call. So instead of 3rd and about 3, it's 2nd and 24 for the Bison. Back at the 45-yard line. Peyton takes the shotgun snap and now takes it himself. Peyton across the 40, 35, 30, 25. First down yardage and out of bounds. On 2nd and 24, Cole Peyton. Actually, they're going to spot him out. They say his foot hit out at the 27. So it is not a first down, but it'll still be a manageable 3rd down and about 5.5. And the Bison do not have to snap the football again in the first quarter, and it does not look like they will as both teams head to the sidelines. We've played 1 quarter at the Fargo Dome with the score: North Dakota State 14, Southeast Missouri State 7. Bison on the drive again. They've got a 3rd and 6 inside the Southeast Missouri State 25-yard line when the second quarter commences. But what a first quarter for North Dakota State, a first quarter that saw them put up 226 yards of offense. 154 through the air for Peyton, 72 on the ground. Peyton was 6 for 8 passing the football in that first quarter for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lance with one of the touchdown receptions. He's got 109 yards receiving on 2 carries. Nelson, the other touchdown grab, he's got 2 catches for 19 yards. Leading rusher is Capinu for the Bison, 4 carries, 49 yards. Quarterback Peyton's rushed for 22 yards himself on 3 carries. Southeast Missouri State, 76 yards of offense in that first quarter, just 5 on the ground. Leatherwood just 2 for 6 passing the football in that first quarter, 471 yards. But Southeast Missouri State has done absolutely nothing with the rushing attack so far. First down, 7-2 in favor of the Bison. As North Dakota State leads this game 14-7, and they are going to have a 3rd down and 6 from the 27-yard line at the beginning of this second quarter. Again, this is the first of 2 college football live streams on my page today. I'll be back with you right around 7:30, 7:35 Eastern Time. Texas A&M and Notre Dame. That should be a good one up there in South Bend. I will be back on a live stream for you for that game coming up later on tonight. First of 3 consecutive nights of live streams here on my page. Tomorrow night, we'll be on with you for the Sunday night NFL game, the Falcons and the Vikings. Hopefully, that'll be as good as last night's Sunday night game between the Ravens and the Bills. Wow, what a game that was. And we'll be back with you Monday night as well for the Buccaneers and the Texans. There's a Monday night doubleheader this week. There's also the Chargers and the Raiders. That game won't start here locally for me till about 10:15, so I'm probably not going to be able to bring you that one. But I will have a live stream of the Buccaneers and Texans on Monday night. So that's the live stream schedule on my page coming up, as well as, of course, the third quarter of this game still. Couple of score updates for you around college football. Tennessee's grabbed the lead over Georgia 14-7. 8:34 to go in the first quarter there. So here we go as we are set to begin the second quarter here. Bison football at the Redhawk 27. 3rd and 6. Peyton takes the snap. Peyton will keep it himself. Peyton trying to get to the first down marker, cannot, as he gets about 3 yards to the 24. And it'll be 4th down and probably another field goal try coming. And Eli Ozick will come on for a field goal attempt. Missed his last one from 50. This one will be from 42 yards. Snap is good. The kick is up. And this time, Ozick able to put it through with 14:23 to play in the second quarter. That extends North Dakota State's lead to 10 over Southeast Missouri State, 17-7, with 14:23 to play in the second quarter. Was a 5-play, 41-yard drive for the Bison, ending in officially that was scored 43 yards, 43-yard field goal from Eli Ozick, and a 17-7 lead for North Dakota State. I do want to mention one brief thing before the kickoff. If you're a regular viewer on my stream, you do know this, but if you are not, I just want to point out, if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome aboard. And I do want to point out, if you are by chance watching the game but listening to me, there is going to be a delay between the TV action and the action I bring. My TV provider has that built-in delay on there. Through ESPN Plus, so I do realize there's a delay. I wish there was something I could do, but unfortunately there isn't, so there is going to be a little bit of a delay. I just like to point that out for any new viewers. This is going to be another touchback, and the Redhawks will get this football at the 25-yard line to start this next drive, now trailing by 10. Coach Polasic still not happy about something over there, as he's still saying something to one of the officials. Football for the Redhawks at the 25-yard line. 1st down. Leatherwood takes the snap, throws it down the field right side, and it is a catch, it looks like. Wasn't sure if the receiver got a foot down. That's number 81, Donnie Cheers, the junior wide receiver, making that reception for the Redhawks. Nope, now they've reversed it and say incomplete. Didn't have full possession when his foot hit the ground. So 2nd down and 10. This is a screen pass on 2nd down. Not going much of anywhere on 2nd down. Calvin Gilbert with the reception. Gain of only a couple. It'll be 3rd down. Third down and 8. This is a handoff on 3rd and 8, going not much of anywhere. Only a couple yard pickup, and on 4th down, Southeast Missouri State will have to punt the football again. And here comes another punt. And this will take another Southeast Missouri State bounce. This is going to bounce all the way inside the 15-yard line and be downed around the 14. So a great bounce on that punt. Ends up a 56-yard punt for Kingston, and the Bison will have their worst starting field position of the game. One of my followers from last week checking in on the live chat back with me. So it is 17-7. North Dakota State leading Southeast Missouri State, 12:46 remaining in the second quarter. So with the Bison leading by 10, they are going to be starting this next drive at their own 14-yard line. They are backed up. Both teams scored on their first drives of the game. Both teams went 3 and out on their ensuing possessions before North Dakota State got the 75-yard touchdown on the screen pass and then added a field goal. First down from the 14-yard line. Once again, Peyton in the shotgun. Now looks like he might be changing the play up here. Takes the snap. Looking, throwing deep down the field, and has a man. It's caught down along the sideline and out of bounds. That's Lance again with the long reception. That's going to go for 48 more. That is the third catch for Lance in this first half for 157 yards on 3 catches. And the Bison are inside the 40 of Southeast Missouri State. This time, Peyton's under center. And it'll be a handoff on first down and a considerable run once again. And once again, that is going to be Rika Kapinu for 6 more. Be second down and 4 for the Bison. Boy, the Bison are such a force offensively. They can beat you any way offensively. And that's why they've pretty much been dominating the FCS levels for the past decade. Plus. Second and 4. Here's another handoff to Kapinu again, and he's going to get first down yardage again and out of bounds inside the 30. First down at the 28 for the Bison. Nearing the 10.5-minute mark. Peyton just got that play off before the expiration of the play clock. Throwing end zone, open man, touchdown, Bison. Open receiver in the front corner of the end zone. And another touchdown pass, the third of the half for Peyton. This one goes to Mecky Collins, the wide receiver for the Bison. 23-7 with the extra point pending. Bison starting to stretch it out here a little bit with 10:37 to play in the second quarter. Ozick on to attempt the extra point. Up and good, and it is 24-7 as the Bison have scored 17 unanswered points. This drive, a 4-play, 86-yard drive, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. Completed with a Peyton to Collins touchdown pass of 28 yards. 24-7, Bison leading the Redhawks. And already in this football game, not even 20 minutes in, the Bison have put over 300 yards of total offense on the board. 230 in the air for Peyton in this first half. It's Cole Peyton, the senior quarterback for the Bison out of Omaha. Is 8 for 10 passing the football for 230 yards in this first half. 157 of those 230 yards to Bryce Lance. And the Redhawks just having no answer here recently for this Bison offense. And a 24-7 lead with 10:37 to play in the second quarter. Updating some scores from the top 10 in the FCS. Montana State 24-0 at the half over San Diego. Looks like Montana State might finally break into the win column for the first time this year. Montana trailing at home to North Dakota 16-7. That game is approaching halftime. That's a top 20 FCS matchup in that one. Rhode Island, number 6, Rhode Island, number 6 team in FCS. They're headed to the fourth. They still trail Holy Cross by a point, 7-6. Illinois State, another Missouri Valley team, and number 7 in FCS. They are approaching halftime against their rivals from Eastern Illinois and leading that game 21-10. And here it is 24-7, North Dakota State leading Southeast Missouri State, 10:37 to play in the second quarter. And ever since that first drive for Southeast Missouri State, where they drove 65 yards, they have been able to do nothing offensively. This will be a run back from the 5 across the 10, 15 shy of the 20-yard line. And that's where Southeast Missouri State will start. Not good field position this time. But ever since that 65-yard touchdown drive on their opening drive for Southeast Missouri State, they've only been able to muster 16 yards of offense since that point. And now finding themselves in a 17-point hole. First down for Southeast Missouri, football from their own 19. Leatherwood fakes the handoff. Leatherwood looking. Now Leatherwood keeps it himself and gets across the 20 up to the 23-yard line. So decent gain of 4 yards on that first down run for Leatherwood. 2nd down and 6. Football at the 23-yard line. Leatherwood fakes the handoff, has a man behind his intended receiver, incomplete. Leatherwood threw that behind Donnie Cheers, who was the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down and 6. Third down, Redhawks need 6. Football sitting at the 23. Southeast Missouri State 0 for 5 on 3rd down conversions so far today. Leatherwood takes the snap. Leatherwood looking. Leatherwood, a lot of room to run, and Leatherwood's going to get to the 1st down marker this time, up to the 30-yard line. Again, they gave Leatherwood room, and this time able to get to the 1st down marker by a yard, and the drive continues for the Redhawks. First down, football sitting just shy of the 30-yard line. Leatherwood, this is a handoff. Left side, good gain here. 1st down the sideline, out of bounds, near midfield. A good run that time. That was Brandon Epton Jr. getting the carry and a 1st down for the Redhawks. Gain of 16 to the 46. Leatherwood back out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and it goes right back to Epton Jr. This time will be limited to a gain of about 1.5 yards. 2nd down coming for Southeast Missouri State, 8.5 and counting to play 2nd quarter. Second down and 9. Football for the Redhawks sitting at the 46. Leatherwood takes the snap. Leatherwood looking, firing to a wide open receiver down the field. And now they say incomplete. Donnie Cheers had it, but then got hit at the last possible moment. And the ball came out. It'll be 3rd down. Yeah, Cheers had it, but was unable to keep possession of it. 3rd down and 9. And we have a stoppage. Cheers went down kind of awkwardly after that hit. And they actually may be reviewing this. Cheers has the ball right there, and his knee hits. Actually, I think they're reviewing this play on replay. I think there's a discussion on if Cheers' knee actually hit before the ball came loose. So they are going to look at this. They're showing a better angle from the end zone cam right here. He's hit right here. Knee hits right there. He's still got the ball. So this may be a completed catch. It sure looked like on this last replay they showed from the end zone that Cheers had the ball and his knee hit the turf. And when his knee hit the turf, it looked like he still had the ball in his possession. And then a Bison player came in and knocked the ball loose with his helmet. This may get overturned to a completion. Look at it one more time. Here's his knee. He's got the football. So I think this has a very good chance of getting overturned. We're going to get the call right now. It is they're sticking with an incomplete pass. So I think they're saying that when his knee hit, he didn't have full possession of the ball, I think is what they called. So the ruling of an incomplete pass stands, and it's 3rd down and 9. Football at the 46. Redhawks need to get to the Bison 45 for a 1st down. Leatherwood throws, open receiver, pass caught inside the 40, 35, 34-yard line on 3rd and 9, a pickup of 20. As Leatherwood found his receiver, Cam Pedro. Move the sticks for the Redhawks. Ball sitting at the 34 of the Bison. Redhawks could definitely use a scoring drive right here, down 17. Here's a handoff. This one's not going far, maybe a couple yards. Dragging the pile, though, and he's going to end up getting a couple extra yards out of that. It's going to end up a 4-yard gain for Peyton Brown. Bison had him stopped, but Brown kept carrying the pile with him to get a couple extra yards. Second down and 6. Ball right at the 30. As we've gone under 7 minutes to play quarter number 2. 24-7 lead for the Bison, but the Redhawks driving. Leatherwood fakes the handoff. Leatherwood throws, pass complete, but unable to go anywhere after the completion. Reception made by the tight end, Andrew Sivey. But it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Redhawks. This might be 4-down territory for the Redhawks as they're at the 30-yard line. They need to get to the 24 for a first. As we've ticked under 6 minutes in this second quarter. Leatherwood throwing toward the end zone. His receiver slipped, incomplete. Now they're going to throw a flag. This is going to be a penalty against the Bison. They're going to get Jalen Duffy for the interference call, it looks like. That looked like... I didn't see a whole lot of contact there. That looked like the receiver just kind of got his feet tangled from under him. But they're going to go with the interference call against Duffy. And that will move the football in the red zone. Not that my opinion matters, but that did not look like a good call to me. That just simply looked like the receiver got his feet tangled. But nonetheless, from the 16-yard line, 1st down. And here's another handoff going nowhere on 1st down, maybe a yard for Peyton Brown, and it'll be 2nd down for the Redhawks. Second down, 9. Redhawks at the 15 of the Bison. Trying to finish this off with a touchdown drive. Leatherwood back in the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Brown, fires complete. That's Pedro again with the catch, and he's going to be out of bounds. About a yard and a half shy of the 1st down, and it'll be 3rd down. Third down and short for the Redhawks as they are inside the 10-yard line. And now a quarterback keeper for Leatherwood just trying to get to the first down. He didn't get much. But it appears prior to the snap, the Bison took time out. So a timeout by the Bison with 5:02 to play in quarter number 2. North Dakota State leading 24-7, but Southeast Missouri State is 8 yards away from a touchdown. Try to get them back in this football game. You've got a shootout in Knoxville in that Georgia-Tennessee game. Tennessee leading 21-14. That game just underway in the second quarter. But back here, it is third down and a yard. They've actually put 2 seconds back on the clock, so 5:04 on the clock. The Redhawks need a yard to move the chains on this drive. Leatherwood will keep it himself and has a lot of running room, and Leatherwood is brought down a little short of the goal line, and they're going to mark him down at the 1, but it will be first and goal for the Redhawks. First and goal at the 1. Leatherwood trying to push it in himself. Instead, the give to Peyton Brown, and Brown is across for a Redhawks touchdown. It looked like Leatherwood was going to keep it, but gave it off to Peyton Brown as running back for the 1-yard touchdown, and the Redhawks are back in it with the extra point pending. Extra point attempt for Justin Keller on the way. And the kick is good. So the Redhawks answer the last North Dakota State scoring drive with a touchdown drive of their own, and they have pulled within 10 with 4:38 remaining in quarter number 2. That was a 13-play drive for the Redhawks that covered 81 yards, 5 minutes, 55 seconds. Finished off by a 1-yard rushing touchdown for Peyton Brown. And it makes it 24-14 North Dakota State. Leatherwood has gone over the 100-yard passing mark now in this first half, as that was a very, very good drive for the Redhawks. A time-consuming drive which allowed their offense, or their defense rather, to get a little bit of a breather there on the sideline. So let's see if the Redhawks defense can answer for them what the offense was able to do for them. Couple games still in weather delays. Oregon State, Texas Tech, USC, Purdue. Those 2 games still experiencing some weather delays. Another game at the FBS level that didn't look too appealing 2 weeks ago, but it sure does now, and it's one of the games of the day. Number 5, Miami, and number 18, South Florida. South Florida with 2 top 25 wins in a row, looking for a third. That game 5 minutes in. Scoreless so far. And here it's 24-14, North Dakota State leading Southeast Missouri State, but a great answering drive there for Southeast Missouri State, and we'll see what North Dakota State can do on offense on this next drive. As that touchdown for Southeast Missouri State stopped the string of 17 unanswered points scored by the Bison. Kickoff is once again into the end zone for a touchback, and North Dakota State will get the football at the 25. Do want to mention at halftime, I will briefly be pausing this live stream. I will be back, however, right prior to the second half. We'll run down some first half stats, get you ready for the second half, run down a quick college football scoreboard. We've taken about a 12, 13-minute pause at halftime, and we'll resume the live stream right before the second half begins. And here, North Dakota State at the 25-yard line, 4:38 to play second quarter. Peyton and the offense back to work. Here's a handoff on first down, and this will be a gain of only a couple yards on first down. Great job by the Southeast Missouri State defense. Capinu limited to a 2-yard gain on first down. It'll be second down and 8. Second down 8. Football sits at the 27. Out of the gun, Peyton takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. Peyton gets rid of it. Pass complete for a first down. Middle blitz was coming for Southeast Missouri State, but Peyton able to get rid of it and found his tight end, Finn Diggins, for a first down right before Peyton got hit. First down, Bison, as they keep the chains moving. 3:30 and counting, second quarter. Peyton to give once again to Capinu, looks like. No, that was not Capinu, excuse me. That was DJ Scott getting the carry that time. Second down coming for the Bison on a gain of about 1.5 yards. Second down, and call it 8. Football at the 43. Peyton takes the snap. Peyton now will take it himself. And Peyton will take it and get run out of bounds around the 48-yard line. He'll be 3 yards shy of a first down. And it will be third down and 3. A big third down coming up, especially for the Southeast Missouri State defense. There's only a difference of about 1 second game clock, play clock in reference to the 2-minute timeout. Play clock is ahead by about a second, but if they let it tick to the 2-minute warning, they probably won't throw a flag. They do snap it, however. And here comes the blitz again. Pass complete, but he is going to be short of the first down by 1 yard. The Southeast Missouri State defense holds here. And let's see what North Dakota State elects to do on 4th and 1 as we have hit the 2-minute timeout. It'll be 4th and 1 yard from the 50 at the 2-minute timeout. 24-14, North Dakota State. So will they keep the offense out and go for it on 4th and 1 yard? Or will they play it safe and punt the football away and pin Southeast Missouri State deep? Southeast Missouri State, if they do get the football back, they do still have all 3 timeouts. North Dakota State used one earlier on defense, so they have 2. Number 4, Montana State, well on their way to breaking into the win column. They lead 31-0 in the third quarter over San Diego. Top 20 battle. Number 16, North Dakota, leading number 5, Montana, 16-7. That game has hit halftime. Number 6, Rhode Island, still trailing Holy Cross, 7-6. 6 minutes to go in that one. Number 7, Illinois State, at the half, leads their rivals, Eastern Illinois, 21-10. Number 8, Idaho, a 7-0 lead on Utah Tech. That game midway through the second quarter. Number 10, Lehigh, has already won today. They defeated Duquesne. 4th down. Looks like the Bison offense going to stay on the field. Needing a yard on this 4th down play. And it is a full yard, too. It's not a half yard or anything. It is a full yard they need. And it's a quarterback keep, and that will get the first down and a lot more on 4th and 1. Peyton picks up 7 and will move the sticks for the Bison. First down, North Dakota State at the 43 of Southeast Missouri State. Trying to get a score right before the half. Peyton pressured, bringing the defensive blitz, and Peyton just throws it away. Southeast Missouri State brought the house that time on the blitz, and Peyton just had to get rid of it. It's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Clock stopped with 1.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Peyton. Looking. Peyton is in trouble, and Peyton's going to be sacked. Back at the 49-yard line. First sack for the Southeast Missouri State defense. See who that was? Was that Latravian Thompson getting in there? Thompson was in there. Outside linebacker Trey Lyle in there on the sack as well. And that was a loss of 8 on that sack. So it's going to be 3rd down and 18 as that pushes the football for North Dakota State back in their own territory. Timeout called here by Southeast Missouri State as they want to preserve some time for their offense if they can get this 3rd down stop. Southeast Missouri State will receive the football to start the second half. So that's something to keep in mind here as well. If Southeast Missouri State can get the stop here on 3rd down, they have a chance to go 2 for 1. Third down, 18. Bison need to get to the 33 of the Redhawks for a first down. Here's the snap. Peyton Rolling to his right, now fires downfield along the sideline, and it's a catch at the 20-yard line. Reception made by the tight end Reese Kessel. And on 3rd and 18, the pass goes for 30. North Dakota State hurrying up to the line. They do get the snap off, and the first down play goes nowhere. As that was Kapinu getting stopped on first down. It'll be 2nd and 10. We're under a minute, 48 seconds and counting in the second quarter. 2nd down and 10. Football right at the 20-yard line. Out of the gun, here comes pressure. Throw into the end zone. Overshoots everybody. Incomplete. Peyton just had to get rid of it as Southeast Missouri State defense was bringing the pressure again. And now a late flag comes in. It's going to be defensive pass interference on the Redhawks, so that'll move the football to the 15. Or I'm sorry, excuse me, to the 10. That was a late flag that came in. They called the safety Landon Sylvie for the pass interference. And I'm sorry, the football's moved up to the 5-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Peyton, throw, end zone, open man, touchdown, Bison. 5-yard touchdown pass to Raja Nelson. And the Bison are back up by 16 with the extra point pending. Fourth touchdown of the first half for the Bison. Four passing touchdowns in this first half for Cole Peyton. Extra point kick by Eli Ozick to try and push this lead back to 17. And the kick is up and the kick is good. And it is 31-14. North Dakota State leading Southeast Missouri State with 25 seconds remaining in the first half. Numbers for Cole Peyton in the first half: 12 for 15, 282 yards, and 4 passing touchdowns. Of those 12 completions, Peyton has found 6 different receivers. Second receiving touchdown for Nelson. And that drive for the Bison, 11 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes, 13 seconds. Finished off with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Peyton to Nelson. And a 31-14 lead for North Dakota State with 25 seconds to play in the second quarter. So 25 seconds and 2 timeouts, depending on where this kickoff goes for Southeast Missouri State to see if they try anything. It's going to be a touchback. So Southeast Missouri State will get it at the 25. Southeast Missouri State will receive the football to start the second half. So with 25 seconds, let's see if Southeast Missouri State just plays this conservatively. And we'll try and regroup in the locker room. .375 total yards of offense for the Bison in this first half. And we've got whistles to stop the play before it starts. Play clock showing 0. This might be a delay of game. And it is. Second penalty of the half on the Redhawks. So that'll move it back to the 20, 1st and 15. First and 15 from the 20. This is just going to be a handoff that's going to go backwards for a loss of 2 yards. And that should take us to halftime. And it will. 30 minutes in the books in Fargo, and the number 1 ranked team in FCS, North Dakota State, has a 31-14 lead at the half over Southeast Missouri State in the North Dakota State home opener in 2025. So far, so good. Putting up nearly 400 yards of offense in the first half. And taking a 17-point lead to the locker room, 31-14 at the half. Again, I'm going to briefly pause this live stream for about 12, 13 minutes. So I'll be back with you just prior to the second half. Update you on first half stats and get you ready for the second half and run down a little bit of a college football scoreboard for you coming up right after the half. I'll see you here in just about